Hi everyone, I'm Sarah, Childhood Finds. Thank you for joining me for this research video today. We are going to be looking at Hallmark ornaments that are quite valuable. I do want to say I want to do a second part to this video where I do other things Hallmark. So not just ornaments. Today I just wanted to look at ornaments, and a big reason why is because 90% of people, it feels like, have that box of Hallmark ornaments sitting in their home. And I just want to help you try to find which ones are valuable, either that you already have, if you're a collector, or if you're a reseller and you're out there looking for items that you can sell for a profit. So I'm going to go over, I believe it's 15 different ones today. There are definitely more than I'm showing, but I also want to share there are a ton that are not very valuable. And I do these research videos because my favorite thing is to find the valuable in the not so valuable categories. And that's what we're doing today. There are a bunch I'm showing you, or that I am not showing you, that are definitely valuable. There's a lot of Hallmark ornaments that are worth the 25 to 50 range. There are a bunch out there. But today I'm kind of focusing on the 100 plus for the most part. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. Please share in the comments if you found any Hallmark ornaments that are really valuable that you wanna share with us, or if you found any of the ones in this video. I will try to get that other Hallmark video out in the next coming weeks. I know this is a weird time of year to do this. I'm doing this it's almost June, but you know, what is it? Christmas and July we're almost coming up on. That's a thing, right guys? So we're gonna go ahead and do this now. And I do also wanna share, I think some of the prices I'm gonna be sharing with you in this video can be higher depending on time of year. Keep that in mind. I am a reseller and I sell holiday items year round, but I tend to not really discount them because I'm willing to wait until the holiday rolls around to sell them. So some of these I definitely think could sell for more that I'm sharing with you depending on the season. But that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the 15 ornaments I'm going to share with you today. All right, we're starting out with the doozy just right away. And we're going to talk a little bit about this ornament, and then I'm going to give a little bit of information to share about it. So this is a Hallmark 2020 Scarlett O'Hara Gone with the Wind unreleased ornament, rare, and it's sold for the price you see on the screen of about $1,200. I do want to share, this is a recalled ornament, so you really shouldn't be selling recalled items on eBay. So do keep that in mind here. That is something I don't know what I would do if I found this ornament, but I have to give that warning, my friends, because you could be risking your account selling a recalled item. But I wanted to share it because there are a ton of solds of this item in the last couple years, and they are all at the 1,000 range. Plus there are some that are less that went on auction, but it's an item that's worth a lot of money. And it's that it got recalled, but some of them kind of slipped through the cracks. So I just wanted to share this one. I don't know what I would do if I found it, but I thought I should share it because I think it's pretty much the most valuable Hallmark ornament out there. Now let's go ahead and look at our next ones. And this is also, I wanted to show you other ones that are selling. So here we go. There's an 1800 that sold 1700, 1600, 1500. So it's an item that can go for a ton of money. And as you can see in the last few years, this has sold a bunch of times. So keep that in mind. It has sold a lot, but it is an item that it could be a risk to sell. Next, I wanted to show you these. I'm not going to show you a bunch of these because there are a ton of these Comic-Con exclusive ornaments that are valuable of Hallmark, but I was only going to show you one just so you start to look for them. So not all of them are going to be worth as much as the one I'm showing on the screen right now, but there are still ones that are worth $40, $50 that if it says Comic-Con exclusive on it, I'd definitely be looking it up and absolutely be grabbing it if it was cheap, if you're a reseller. So this is a 2011 Hallmark Star Trek glow-in-the-dark USS Defiant Comic-Con exclusive. I found that the ones that are more valuable were the 2010s, 2011s, that kind of time range. The closer we get to current times, it tends to be the value tends to go down. And just keep that in mind. It did sell for $1,625, but 100%, if it says Comic-Con exclusive, you should definitely be checking that item out. This is one that it has sold just dozens and dozens and dozens of times. And it's a Hallmark Frosty Friends, I believe it's called, A Cool Yule is what it's called. It's from 1980, and it's actually the first in a series. So it's the first in the series of the Frosty Friends. And this series is the longest running series in Hallmark, and this is definitely the valuable one. And it sold for it sold for $355, and the buyer left positive feedback. This can go up to $500 depending on the time of year that you sell it though. So keep that in mind. And what it is Frosty is our person here. And then in each of the ornaments, they have an animal pal that they're doing something with. So that is the Frosty Friends series. And this first one is very valuable. Then here we have one that is also sold so many times, and it's the first in the series as well. And it's a 2009 Hallmark Cousin Eddie's RV Christmas Vacation ornament. And this sold for $267.85. The buyer also left positive feedback. Why I'm telling you if they left positive feedback is I feel it helps share that this is a good sale, because my goal in these research videos is always to share things with you that are really selling and something you can find out there if you're a reseller, something that's more common than something that comes up every decade. I've sold those items that come up once in a decade, and I don't share those a whole bunch because I know those aren't going to be super useful to you if you are trying to be a reseller and find these items. So this one sold a bunch, and the positive feedback lets me know that this was a good price for it. The buyer's happy. I always try to check that this isn't relisted in a store, and I just check that there's a lot listed for around the same price. And this is part of the Christmas Vacation series. The Christmas Vacation series started in 2009, and I try to watch this every Christmas Eve. I love this movie, so I absolutely get why these ornaments are so valuable. And I wanted to show you one more in the series that not just this first one is valuable, quite a few of the others also have some good value. And this is A Patriotic Blessing from 2016, and it sold for $79.99, and that's about the range that this one is selling for. Then next there are quite a few Harry Potter ornaments that are selling for good money. I tried to just give you one of each kind of series. I didn't want to just show you a whole bunch of Harry Potter, a whole bunch of Star Wars. I just wanted to give you a variety of things to look for, and then keep your mind working about what other ones might be valuable. And this is the 2018 Sorcerer's Stone 20th Anniversary Ornament. And this one particularly has sold a bunch of times. And this one sold for a best offer of $380. And you can see it's the book. And on the front, it does say Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone 20th Anniversary. But it's just a cute little book. It is a cute ornament, so I get it. I wouldn't pay that much, but I get it. But there are quite a few Harry Potter ornaments that are worth really good money. So definitely always worth checking them out if you see them out there. Then here, this one surprised me. I was shocked. But it's 2013 Baby's First Christmas Glass Rattle Keepsake Ornament Hallmark New in Box. This just goes to show you never truly know exactly what's going to be valuable, because a lot of people would think the Disney, the Star Wars, the Star Trek, all those are going to be valuable, but not always. And this one did sell for $200, but I saw that this was going up to $400 depending on the time of year for this ornament. And I wanted to see why this one was so valuable, because not all Baby's First Christmas ornaments are valuable. And what I saw is that it was not heavily released, so there weren't a ton out there, and it's glass and very easily breakable. So that is why this one's quite valuable. And yeah, just always surprised. Then here we do have a Star Wars one, and it's a Millennium Falcon Star Wars Hallmark keepsake storytellers ornament. And I wanted to share this with you because there are quite a few in the storytellers series, and there's multiple storytellers series. And what it is they are ornaments that essentially work together. And the more you have, the more interactions you have with your ornaments. And this is the first one in that storyteller series of Star Wars. And then, but there's more out there. So let me flip really quick to my next page. There are, there's Peanuts. I saw a Nightmares Before Christmas one. There's Harry Potter, there's Star Trek. There's a carnival one that I'm going to show you one from as well. But it's one that there are quite a few out there now. And it does say on the box, storytellers. And so they're not all super valuable, like this one that sold for $175, but they all definitely do hold some monetary value because they are specific sets. And if one stops working that a person has, they need to replace it. And then let's see here. Let me show you the next. Oh, first I wanted to show you that this one was kind of underpriced. Why I'm showing you this is that it does depend on the time of year that these are selling. You can see here that this one that sold for $400 sold in December. This one that sold in November sold for $424. Another one that sold for $360 sold in December. There's definitely some during the middle of the year, but it tends to be that October to January. January is included because a lot of people, when they're packing up their Christmas tree, will just like, oopsie, drop it and break it. And then they need to replace it. So I have found that January, there's also some good sales as well. But Christmas sells all year round. I sell it all year round. And I just wanted to show you this page that these can go higher in price. This one was kind of low. The average price for this ornament in the last 3 years that it's been selling out of 17 sales is $258. So it does always pay to do your research. And this next one, we have a Hallmark 2020 Tannenbaum Twirler Christmas Carnival Holiday Ornament. And this is also, I believe, a Storytellers. I don't know if this one says it, but I'm almost positive this was a Storytellers. But let me show you. I like that there is a little video of this one. I think that having a video is so valuable in your listings. But you can see here, if we restart it, just a little video of it. It's a great thing to have in your listings. But this one sold for a best offer of $219.98. And then here is Fisher Price. So what I could have done too is I could have showed you series of these because there were many lots of ornaments that were selling, but I wanted to focus on this video for single ornaments, because there's lots of ones that have 5 in a series. I wanted single ornaments that were valuable to share with you today. And this is a 2011 Fisher Price Play Family House keepsake ornament in original box. This one can go higher, but this one sold specifically for $129.99. And they did get positive feedback for this ornament. I've sold a couple other Fisher Price ornaments as well between the $20 and $40 range. So there's a ton out there that are worth that, and that's always worth it personally for me if I'm reselling to flip. This one surprised me, another one that surprised me, and it's a 2017 Angel of Winter Wonder Hallmark Premium Keepsake Christmas Ornament. And this one sold for $231.80. The buyer left positive feedback. This ornament specifically has sold quite a few times. And I looked to try to find why this one was valuable, and all I could find is just that it was underproduced. There just weren't as many out there. There weren't as many shuffled into the mix, and that's why it's so valuable now. And it's not anything super special, you can see, but it's a pretty ornament. And then here's a Hallmark ornament, Kermit the Frog, The Rainbow Connection, the Muppets from 2013. It sold for $125, and there were many sold around this price. This is a Maxine one, and I found that there were a few Maxine ones that were pretty valuable. There was a Comic-Con Maxine one that was worth a ton of money, but this one specifically is a Hallmark Maxine, Annoyed to the World with Her Dog, 2007 ornament. And not all of them are really valuable, but I saw a few Maxines in the 100 range. And Maxine, if you don't know, is this character here. And then here is another one that I would call unsuspecting, that you wouldn't automatically assume is valuable, because we would all tend to go to the ones that are easily recognizable because they're movies, TV shows, etc. But this is just a Hallmark up on the housetop magic motion sound Christmas keepsake. And I just imagine this is the same as the other ones of why it's valuable, is that it was just underproduced. And it did sell for the $169.94 that you see, and the buyer did leave positive feedback, and it does play up on the housetop. The ornament does, that I read as well, you know, just so you know. And then we just have one more. So this is a shorter video, guys. These are just some to be looking out for, but I will do another part of this Hallmark series where I try to go into more things Hallmark, because they don't just make ornaments. But here we are finishing out with a Disney one. I knew we had to at least have a little bit of a Disney showing here, and it's a Hallmark 2019 Disney Pixar Up Keepsake Ornament 10th Anniversary House and Balloons. And this sold for $199.99. I saw some cases where this definitely was going higher in price when it was closer to the Christmas holiday time. But that's all I have to share with you guys. 15 ornaments for you to look out for. But, you know, keep your eye out there. There's always a box of Hallmark ornaments at yard sales and estate sales. So it's definitely worth checking them out. So thank you so much for joining me for this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.